Good morning, friends. According to semester first and according to the syllabus of our university, you are given two types of exercises. One is of volumetric exercise and another one is of organic spotting. So we are starting with organic spotting. Now, what is organic spotting and how to perform it? The basic idea I am giving, and to aware about that, you must have your PDF file or soft copy or hard copy. It is open with you. You just go through the test which I am going to explain and check it out according to the practical book. So first of all, I request you all that you just take your PDF or soft copy, hard copy, whatever you have. It is kept open. Okay. So organic spotting we are going to start, and how to perform it. I am just giving basic idea. The whole substance will be demonstrated to you how to perform. But before you going to perform any of the organic substance or spotting, you must have basic idea, basic concept should be clear. So first we are starting, and before we start, remember that all the organic substances are highly flammable. Organic spotting are highly flammable. So when you perform the practical, take care, because burner is with you on your table, it is burning, and the substance which you are taking, it is also flammable. So you have to take care when you are performing for the test. So let us start with the organic spotting. Now, according to the syllabus of your practical book and our organic spotting, first test is the state of the substance. State of the substance. Now there are three states. For any particular substance, three states are available. Maybe some B group students say it is four states are available, but generally we are thinking about solid, liquid and gas. We are not talking about plasma. So three states are there: solid, liquid and gas. So in organic spotting, you will be given either solid substance or liquid substance. Gaseous substances will not be given to you. So either it is solid or it is liquid. I am talking two times or giving idea two times. Why? That when you start organic spotting, you will say first test, that is your substance is solid, and when you are performing for that, finally at the time of the result, you may represent your substance is liquid. So first test you are saying that the substance is solid, and finally at the result time you say that substance is liquid. So it is a common sense question that you can check it. So two types of substances either will be given to you, either it is solid or it is liquid. Now after state, it is a color of the substance. Generally you are the matching aware people, that generally which type of shirt, according to that which type of pant will be wear, that you know it. But when substance is given to you, you may not recognize the color. And generally what students are doing, they are lacking of confidence. So he will or she will ask the nearest person, देखो ना भाई कौन सा कलर है, प्लीज चेक विच कलर इज दैट. और गुजराती हो, अरे भाई जो तो केवो कलर છે. It is not like that. You must have observed the color on your own and you must recognize it and you have to write it. Don't ask anybody who is standing nearby to you. So, color of the substance may be possible that it is colorless, it is yellow, it is pink, it is brown, whatever type of color is there, you must have to write on your own. Don't ask anybody. So this type of basic idea should be there, that I don't have to ask anybody, I have to write it on my own. So color. After that, smell. For that, this one is required. Do you have? Have. Okay. But when you go for organic spotting, we may feel that you are not having this one. And when you check the smell, how to check the smell? Suppose your substance is given on your paper, then how to check? Or substance is given in form of liquid, how to check? Remember one thing, that you are not holding rose on your hand. Don't smell like this one. Don't do it. Smell slightly. And after that, you just check which type of smell is there. It is a smell-less substance is there. There is no smell, or naphthalene ball-like smell, or bitter almond-like smell, or pleasant smell, whatever type of smell that you have to write it. But remember one thing, when you are going to perform this, any type, when you check for any smell, don't do that. Smell slightly. This is the precaution you have to take. After that, a hitting on a porcelain piece. Hitting on a porcelain piece. I am not writing everything because your practical book is with you. What is porcelain piece? It is a broken cup or that type saucer or like that. You have to hold it with the help of tongue. Take small amount of substance. Small means here you can place it at that much type of, that is very small quantity of substance is taken over here and heat on a burner. Here this burner is not burning, but when you are going to perform and when performance is shown to you, it will be burning, and keep it on this way. So hold it. I am just explaining how to perform and which type of precautions should be taken. So hold it with the tongue, not the test tube holder. Take small amount of substance and heat it. Then after heating, which type of flame of that burning substance you are having? It is sooty flame or non-sooty flame. According to that, either it is aromatic or it is aliphatic. Okay. Finally, when the burning of that substance is completed, keep this on the table sideways. Okay. So this is hitting on a porcelain piece. Next test is Beilstein test. That is hitting on a copper foil. You will be given this type of copper foil to you. And how to perform this test? First of all, hold this copper foil with the help of tongue. Without adding substance, you just burn it. after that, removing off all the impurities from the copper foil, you just add your substance, and after that, which type of flame you are getting, according to that you have to note down your observation that green flame is there or not. Remember that in heating on a porcelain piece, you are checking that sooty flame or non-sooty flame. But when you are performing Beilstein test, you have to check green flame or not. So these are the difference between these two tests. Here it is sooty or non-sooty flame, and here it is green or not. If green flame is there, your substance will be halogenated substance, or in optional case, urea will be there. So these are the tests that you are going to perform, and after that, heating. When you are going to perform that test, after Beilstein test, you must have your book open. So, here, heating on a porcelain piece, heating on a Beilstein test, that is heating on a copper foil. Then after, soda lime test is there. Soda lime test. What is soda lime? Soda lime is a mixture of NaOH and CaO. It is a mixture of NaOH and CaO. Before that, one test I left it heating on a dry test tube. Sorry. So before that, heating in a dry test tube. Now, what is dry test tube? When you take your test tube, you are not allowed to wash it over here. So, it must be dry. And second thing, don't blow. When you are blowing, you are adding some vapor over here. So, don't blow it. When you, or the noise is also there. So it is not allowed. Same way, this type of mischief is not allowed over here. So heating in a dry test tube, when you go through this test, remember one thing, that it is a solid substance. It is for only solid substance. When you add liquid, it will not remain dry. So this test is only for solid substance, and after performance of that test, you have to check which type of observation is there. But before that, heating in a dry test tube, how much substance you have to take? Here you are just, you can recognize there is a curve. So take the substance in such a way that this curve will be filled, not higher or not excess of the substance. Okay? So when you are going for heating in a dry test tube, take the substance in test tube according to this curve and heat it on a burner. But by holding this test tube holder. Okay? Don't hold on your hand like this one. After that, soda lime test. Soda lime is a mixture of NaOH and CaO. So, your substance, how much amount according to this curve, and the same amount of soda lime will be added. You are given this mixture, you don't have to mix it. So heat it and smell it. Again, how to smell? Smell it slightly. and which type of smell is there. Here, as per the test of heating in a dry test tube, which precautions you are taking, that it is only for solid substance. Here one more precaution is there, it is for the smell-less substance. The substances which are not having any particular smell, you have to perform this test. If substance is having particular smell like naphthalene ball or bitter almond like or fishy or pleasant, whatever the smell is there, you know you don't need to perform this soda lime test. Okay, again for not only for solid substance as well as for smell-less substance. After that soda lime test, which test is there? It is a saturation test. For saturation test, two types of liquids are there. One is KMnO4 with sodium carbonate and another one is bromine water. These solutions are pre-prepared over here and kept in a side reagent. I show in the first video that side reagents are inorganic and organic side reagents are there in our laboratory. So you have to move to that side reagent and you have to take the solution. Now how much amount? First of all, your substance, that is according to this curve, and how much liquid should be added, that according to this much amount. Nearly half inch. So substance plus sodium carbonate and KMnO4, the solution is already prepared over here. Add it, shake well like this way and check it. If color of the KMnO4 is removed, then your substance is unsaturated. If color persists, then your substance is saturated. Okay? So this type of test you have to perform. Now after saturation test, it is a solubility test. Solubility naturally with water. So again, take the substance which is filled in this curve and water up to this level, shake well and check whether your substance is soluble or insoluble, and according to that just note down your observation over here. So these are the tests, primary tests. But the most important test that we are showing now, it is the chemical nature. Find out the chemical nature of the substance. How to find chemical nature, that I am going to explain. Now this is very important test. If you find your chemical nature of the substance, you will get the substance exactly. But if you don't perform this test carefully and you will find other chemical nature which is not given to you, then you cannot find your substance finally. So this test is very much important and you must perform this test with very carefully. So first test is substance plus saturated sodium carbonate solution. Sodium carbonate solution is kept in the side reagent. So what you have to do, that take the test tube, take the substance, this much amount, and add saturated sodium carbonate over here and shake it well. Now again, two possibilities are there. Either your substance soluble with effervescence, your substance will be soluble, dissolve with effervescence, and then only you have to go for second part, addition of dilute HCl. If your substance does not dissolve in that, you don't need to add hydrochloric acid. So remember that particularly, if your substance is soluble, then only you have to go to addition of dilute hydrochloric acid. And if precipitate are there, then acid is present, otherwise acid is absent. So when you add substance plus saturated sodium carbonate and it is not dissolving, then finally acid is absent. But once it dissolves with effervescence and by adding dilute HCl, if precipitates are there, then only acid is present. So you have to check it carefully. Suppose acid is absent, then second test is there. Substance plus NaOH. Same way, here also two possibilities are there. One is soluble. When you take the substance, add NaOH, shake it well. If your substance is soluble, and then only you have to add dilute HCl, and after adding dilute HCl, if precipitates are there, then phenol is present. If your substance is not soluble, it is not dissolving in NaOH, then phenol will be absent. So perform it carefully. The third one, substance plus dilute HCl. Now remember, these all solutions, 10 bottles are placed on your table, and you must remember all the names and structure of that solution. First one is NaOH, second one is dilute HCl, third one is sulfuric acid, fourth one is nitric acid, fifth one is acetic acid, sixth one is ammonia solution, seventh is ammonium chloride, 8 ammonium carbonate, 9 barium chloride, and 10 disodium hydrogen phosphate. So you need to remember all these 10 bottles according to the number which are given, plus dilute HCl from your table only, NaOH from your table only, sodium carbonate, it is a side reagent. So remember it carefully that you are taking the substance or solution from side reagent or table reagent. Now substance plus dilute HCl, again this thing, if substance is soluble and by addition of NaOH you are getting precipitate, then only base is present. But when you add HCl to your substance and it is not soluble, it is not dissolving, then base is absent. So you have to perform this test very carefully, and finally you are getting chemical nature. If acid is absent, phenol is absent, base is absent, then your substance is chemically neutral. For neutral substance, no test is there, no particular test is there. If acid is absent, phenol is absent, base is absent, then only your substance is chemically neutral. So you have to perform this test carefully, and we will show you how to perform the practical. Thank you.